All right, we'll go ahead and start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If you're watching out on your live event, just be aware that the internet's been cut in and out, so if it does get cut off, we'll have it uploaded tomorrow. We have the minutes from the last meeting. Unless there's any changes, do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
I can second.
Moved by Dave, seconded by Paul. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. The bills have been presented. I'm just going to pull out the remark one until we approve that ahead of time, or which is later down on the agenda. So that'd be the only changes, unless somebody else has any questions or changes. If not, we have a motion to approve the bills.
How many more payments do we have on Ide Bailey?
I was just looking at that one.
The first one.
Oh, okay.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Is there a second? Moved by Nicole, seconded by Dave. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Commissioners' reports. We'll start with Paul tonight.
I really don't have anything really. I don't think my mic is working, but I don't really have.
That's not on, that's why.
Oh.
It's
so
working.
It's working? Okay.
Can you guys hear us okay?
Okay. I don't really have anything new. I haven't had a chance to meet with Jim the last couple of weeks here with Christmas and New Year's. So as far as I know, we're still working on getting road controls, working with a local electrician to get that going. I think we're getting closer on that. I talked to him too. He happened to be in the shop, so I visited with him a little bit about that. And
I talked to Dan last week, this week, or next week.
yep. So on that part of it, so that's about all. And of course, we're going to be sitting down at some point when we can sit down and make a plan for next year what we want to get done. So
25 or 24?
what's that?
For 25 or for 24?
Well, for 24.
Okay. Just checking. Anything else, Paul?
No, that's all I have.
Dave, do you have anything?
I have nothing for tonight.
Nicole, do you have anything?
I have nothing for tonight.
Okay. The only thing that I have is kind of a preemptive thing. I think we should do a emergency declaration, being the governor has done it, and that way, if there's any funds that come along, we are able to open those up. So, and with that, we can open up our emergency fund for those if we declared a declaration, and then we could use some of those funds possibly to see if we can get a company to come in and clean up on the boulevards and get some of the trees out, if you guys so wish to do that. But that would be, and clean up some of the trees from the storm. So when we can get one in.
If you need a motion, I'll make it.
Okay. Dave makes a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Moved by Paul, or seconded by Paul. Is there any other discussion? Dave?
Yes.
Paul?
Yes.
Nicole?
Yes.
And a yes for me. Motion carries. And so with that, would you guys like to see if we can find a company boulevard trees cleaned up and especially the ones that are broke over and laying in. That's our biggest damage in fact, our biggest damage was we didn't have any major power outages, but we had
It's an ideal time. No snow, valley's starting to firm up, and really easy on, so.
and that's you're talking along
normal
the
maintenance.
right along the lines and stuff.
Right.
If you guys wish, then we could maybe see if they'd want to do some of the cleanup of the other stuff as well.
I can ask them, I don't know if they want that, but I need to get the power lines done first.
That would be first, and then
Okay.
that would.
I'll talk to Lee tomorrow, I'll let you know.
So I just had a couple questions, cause I was approached and I didn't have an answer, like a pile of trees that are laying on the curb. Is the city picking them up, or does the homeowner have to clean that up, Jim, or?
The homeowner is responsible for the cleanup of the trees on the boulevard, unless you do this disaster.
Right, and that's where I'm looking at this, is for that, to help out with that, because it's wide, there's a lot of it, so they wouldn't go in and do anything off the boulevard, but it'd be
Okay.
cleaning up some of that stuff that's on the boulevard.
Good.
And any trees that would be sketchy or hanging low that would be in traffic's way and those type of things, so. And all those funds would come out of our emergency fund for it. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll have them, maybe JR, would you be able to help draft one, emergency declaration up, and then I'll sign it, and thank you.
Anything we can do about the ticking? I've had a couple people ask. Nothing, no idea.
Didn't know
On
there's
the
ticking.
what?
Yep. I've had two people ask, let's see what they said. Loud ticking and crackling noise, can you hear it? Can anything be done about the constant ticking noise? It's on their end, yes. It's on their end.
The fix, reboot.
Probably have to get a representative from your live event to check that out for us. This out.
Never thought of that.
Don't remember that big pile there last week. It's already been done.
Because we can't hear it on this end, so it must be feeding into there.
Ticking.
Somebody had said that, yeah, and I just,
Whatever Levi did, it stopped.
I turned it down. Somebody cranked the volume way up, so.
Oh, okay. But can they still hear it then? Or didn't you crank it down that much?
I only cranked it down a little
We'll
bit.
find out if they say we can't hear it, then
Right?
we went too far.
All right.
Well, whatever did, it stopped and then started again.
Oh, boy.
So any other ideas?
Jim, do you have anything else tonight?
The ticking noise got better, but now we can't hear.
That's 'cause no one's saying anything.
Is it the meeting? Watch out what you ask for. need something else?
Yeah,
Tried something else? Okay.
just adjust it a little bit.
You
And it's
adjust-
delayed, so then, you know.
So we'll see what happens.
JR, do you have anything tonight? Casey, do you have anything tonight?
Yes, I've got two things. One of the discussions, that I wanted to ask you guys about was setting a meeting packet deadline. I don't know if you guys noticed, but on Friday, we only had one item on the agenda, and then over the weekend, we ended up having quite a few additions, that I heard feedback from one commissioner that it wasn't enough time to prep for tonight's meeting, you know, by getting them out. You know, I can't help it a whole lot if if we get those over the weekend and I get them out as soon as I can to you. So I just kinda wanted to know if you guys would like to have a policy to have requests put on the agenda by a certain deadline, probably like Thursday by noon, in order to have the full packet out to you either Thursday afternoon or Friday morning at noon.
Traditionally, before it was it had to be in your
Yeah.
hands by 8 a.m. on Friday morning.
Okay,
And the same thing, I think, with payments as well. If they're not in at 8 a.m. on Friday morning, or if Friday's closed or we're closed, it'd be that time, 8 a.m. before.
okay,
Everybody agrees with that?
I agree.
Yep.
Okay.
okay,
That's traditionally what it has been for several years.
okay, perfect, thank you.
And we understand things come up, but anything that's in depth, it's gonna be more than like a license of some sort, transfer or something. If it's something more involved, they can put it on the agenda, but it doesn't mean we're gonna act on it.
And you can always ask, the commission president, if it's me or if it's somebody else, if it should be added on or not, if you're not comfortable
Okay,
making the decision.
perfect, thank you. And then the other thing that, that I need to talk to you guys about, is the cleaning company. They've made a few remarks about, having to clean additionally after events here at the community center. Their main discussion, the way I interpreted it from Sarah, I can grab her email, was that there's been complaints about needing to mop and vacuum after events, specifically in this building. On their invoices though, it states that mopping and cleaning will be completed. Their last invoice, discusses all facilities will be cleaned, dusted, garbage emptied, wiped down, and floors vacuumed or mopped. And then please remit payment as soon as able.
That's the cleaning company's invoice?
Yes. Yep. It's been an ongoing discussion, I guess, from what I understand, prior and current to my time. And I just would like to have something to tell the cleaning company on what's expected, I guess, so.
Yes, the people that rent are supposed to clean up after themselves, but that doesn't mean we hired the company to come in so that you or the staff didn't have to do the cleaning. So, yes, if it's being left, then you're supposed to pull a deposit. And then, whether it's extra or not, but if it's, day-to-day use or commission meetings or something like that, then that's where the cleaning, or we asked, because otherwise, before it was Sarah and Abby came over and cleaned over here to make sure it was clean after the commission meetings or those types of things, so.
When people rent, is there anything that says this is the expectancy of what should be cleaned or done before you leave your space?
There is a contract, but I don't remember what the contract, if it's as in-depth as and maybe we just need to get it a little bit more in-depth here.
I would do that, maybe even have a notice of when renting, these are
Right.
things that should be completed before
If
you
you
leave.
want to see if you can grab what contract you're using, and if we need to update it, we can work with JR to get that
Jared's
updated.
probably already got it up. Oh, okay.
Okay.
You got the internet?
That's right, he's got everything digitized now.
he's got everything just right there. I remember reading something on it, on that, so I was
No,
wondering.
I thought about it. I didn't. The internet's working for me. It says Leslie shall clean, sweep, mop, take out garbage and put in dumpster and put away all tables and chairs. So they're supposed to, and then we do have the deposit that we withhold that's supposed to
Right.
offset it otherwise. So we might have to put some teeth to that and actually use that deposit.
It's not too vague, is it?
It, not from the way it sounds. We did decide to keep a deposit recently, and the cleaning lady was in not very long after. And the floors did need to be mopped and rugs vacuumed. What I understand lately is that those two items hadn't been done. Typically it was just the bathrooms, and some light touch-up work that was being completed. That's what I understand. So,
Maybe the, what it is and what was being done got changed when they're not doing the armory anymore. Might be the case, but
okay, should I, would you guys have signed a contract with the cleaning company? I haven't been able to find one. Should I,
we did, but it's been a while.
okay,
No, we do have some more cleaners that have opened up in Hillsboro.
Yes, I did reach out to that person that just opened and asked if they'd be interested, and they're actually gonna come tomorrow and just see what it is, to see if they'd wanna put in something. Cause that was our problem before, we didn't have anybody that would bid on it, so.
okay. Well, perfect. I'll ask for a copy of the contract, and provide you guys with information at the next meeting then.
And then she'll let you know, they'll meet with the person tomorrow and see if, or she said she was going to stop tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes.
That's all that I have.
Okay. The other two, I don't think we have anything. Beautification tickets, we can hold off if you so choose, since Jason isn't here and he's the one that had the questions on it. But I'll.
Did they have court?
And trial is pending when I looked. I didn't look at it close enough to see. But speaking of that, do you want me to, being that we do have the authority now to go in and move the stuff in the alleyway, it's been past the deadline. The last time I looked, it was not completely done. Would you like me to reach out to Ro and Joe and see if they'd be interested in picking up what's in our alleyway?
Where are we gonna store it all, though?
I would talk with them and see if they have an option. Otherwise, I'll have to look into a cargo container, I would assume, to store it in. Or a storage unit somewhere that we can store it. Cargo container would be the easiest, because then we can drop it off and then pick it up and move it where we need to.
Where would the cargo containers sit? The city shop or?
We could set it anywhere. I would. We could set. You want to hand me that mic? Jason's mic. We could set it out by the water treatment plant outside of town, so it's somewhere out of the way. Undisclosed location. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any undisclosed location.
How are those things moved? You have to have somebody come in and move them?
The ones that I'm thinking of, they have a trailer that they'll be able to lift them on to and move it on to. So. I shouldn't say a cargo container, it's a portable storage unit.
Portable
type.
storage, okay.
Remember all those costs costs would be associated back to the property owner in order to get it back. Or even if they didn't take it back, those costs would still be associated onto the property.
I guess it wouldn't hurt to ask them, see what their thoughts are.
Okay.
Get a price, a updated price, and
Yep, I can reach out to them and
and
we'll
see what all they can do, because I don't know if I wanna, any of us to have to deal with it if we don't have to.
That was the reasoning behind them
Going
before,
forward.
so,
Mhm, yep.
Looks like the next hearing's on the 17th.
of this month. And is it court? Is it trial or is it just,
It says dispositional conference, so it should be court, but I can't say for certain. That would be my guess, though,
That's for all of them?
for the one we're talking about, yes, for the charges, the current charges.
Wasn't there more than one though that was,
there was a couple, you know,
there was a couple that went to court though.
That's just, can't remember the other name.
Lee and,
It's the first name.
That is the first name.
no,
What is
No,
it?
that's their
Oh.
last name. I can't
Last
remember
name.
Oh,
that.
that's,
It's,
That sounds right, okay. Also on the 17th.
so maybe it got pushed back.
That might be what it is.
It was supposed to be on that date and,
Because it has something for the 20th, but then I can't see what happened. And then it has the next one as the 17th.
so I bet it got pushed to the 17th.
That's possible.
Maybe I can make it to that one. We'll see. Okay, so I'll work on that. Next item is new business. We have the depository of funds. Casey, I'll let you talk about that.
So every 2 years, on the even years, city councils and city commissioners need to make a motion to approve, where their depositories are. The banks that you guys choose to work with, they need to meet the pledge of security requirements. The two banks that you work with currently are, Dakota Heritage Bank and then, Goose River Bank. So I am looking for a motion, to designate those two banks as, your current depositories of your public funds.
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Moved by Paul, seconded by Nicole. Is there any other discussion? Dave?
Yes.
Paul?
Yes.
Nicole?
Yes.
And a yes for me. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Yep. The fire department has a gaming site authorization. We'll do that first.
Make a motion.
Dave makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Nicole. Is there any other discussion? Nicole?
Yes.
Paul?
Yes.
Dave?
Yes.
And a yes for me. Motion carries. And then they have a request to come in for the remaining of the 2023 $10,000 that they had asked for to go on to the 2024 or to pay for that washer and dryer.
Turnout gear dryer.
So they, just so I understand, they're, since they couldn't put it under 23, they just wanna move it to 24?
Yeah.
Basically it?
Basically, yep. The request didn't come in prior to your guys' last meeting.
Yep.
And the way that your bill structure is, it can't go under 23, it has to go under the 24 expenses.
Okay.
So I let the fire department know that I put it on you guys to make a decision of allowing them to spend past what their 2024 allotment is, since they didn't spend
Didn't
their
spend the
full
23.
allotment in 23.
Do you remember how much was left in their allotment?
8,000 something. Revenue.
Okay.
Isn't that what, about 8,000?
I'd have to double check, I can't quite remember. I could check and get back to you guys though.
I think, there was a little miscommunication and we got it, Matt Miller was our secretary treasurer and he resigned and Steve Halflin took over and I think there a little miscommunication on when they needed to get this in by,
Okay.
but,
So it would just come out of the 24, it'd be like a special expense, so whether or not you'd allow them or not to do that, so it would come out of the general fund.
So they have 8,000 and that's what they wanna spend is the 8,000?
Correct.
cause basically this, when January first hit, the slate is clean, isn't that correctly how it works? Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be no different if they asked for, when we paid extra for the fire truck or anything else, it's
Yeah.
just an extra expense.
And they'll pay the balance then?
They will
They're
pay the
gonna pay the
balance,
balance.
yeah.
So I have a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Moved by Paul, seconded by Dave. Any other discussion? Paul,
Yes.
Nicole,
Yes.
Dave,
Yes,
and a yes for me. Motion carries.
and they are aware of what, Casey, when do you want if they do something like in December next year, when do you want, before the next meeting, or before the last meeting in December?
Prior to the last meeting in December would
Okay.
be ideal.
Okay,
Yeah, it just keeps the books cleaner.
okay. I'll advise them of that next week when they have our meeting, and I
Okay.
think that'll all work out then.
Awesome, thank you.
We have a transfer of liquor license for Tap That for January 27th for the fire department's fundraiser.
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Moved by Dave, seconded by Nicole. Any other discussion? Nicole,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Dave,
Yes.
and a yes for me. Motion carries. Last item is the Remark consulting contract. The biggest change that he was asking for is he wants a 5-year contract instead of our traditional 1 is what we've done in the past, and then a 4% increase every year.
We've done one in the past.
It's been traditionally every year we sign a contract. Otherwise, currently we're just on an hourly basis.
For that price, I see there's 3 different invoices, if I have that correct. And I guess I have some questions like, what the full network diagram is. And, a breakdown of the services. I don't know what is being covered under this, 'cause laptops can pretty much fly everywhere. And how often the backups are taken and how often they get reviewed. Because we know we have a lot of data breaches, especially 2023 was huge for that.
Yep.
I guess I'd like to know that stuff before I would wanna renew.
Would you like to make a list and then we can get it sent to him to get answered?
I can do that.
Is that okay with everybody?
Yeah, if we have questions, that works for me.
Okay. So we'll hold off. I didn't sign it on the pay app or sign the check, so we'll just hold it until you guys make the decision. We don't have a clock in here. Can I get a motion to approve for a new clock?
I'll second that.
I'd like to know what happened to it.
Yeah.
Probably got dropped and we didn't wanna,
Might have been that party that didn't clean the place up.
it's been gone for a while, so. Is there anything else for the good of the order? Unless our 2 citizens wanna address the commission. If none, do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Moved by Dave, seconded by Nicole. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned.